Hello and welcome. Welcome to the TV room. My name is David Bradley. I'm your host. So, the first thing I'm going to do should be quick. As I have said before, I really need to get some stuff off this table that I haven't done. Anyway, last chance for this power supply. And the only reason I'm doing this is because as I just turned this drive on now, after it had been off for a goodly number of hours, it didn't exactly come up. Like it didn't start quite as I thought it would. But then, of course, after being turned on and off again, it did. So I wonder, is there something else going on here with this drive? I don't know. So I'm going to take this other power supply, plug it in, turn it on. Nope. The drive is not spinning. The lights are on. No. Okay, so. And yet it works. Just like that. Okay, so. Okay, we'll unplug this. And there's another thing I often do. The things that I think are not okay, but that I'm not ready to quite give up on. And that is, I take the cable, if I can, I think I can, and what's going on here? Why am I having such trouble? All I want to do is tie a knot. There. I have a knot. This signifies something not as it should be. I'm also going to put an R on the bottom for Rudy. This will go, oops, in the Rudy box. Now, let us load up this thing here and just see if it loads. And it does. Isn't it magical to have things list? It's funny, as I look in here, this over here, this monitor over here, it looks like it's white on black. But over here, it's black on white. I don't know. Anyway, I think I'm going to just have this run through one more time. Oh, now. Okay, so I've been talking about, I got some things, and I did get some things that need to be checked out. Here is what appears to be a Commodore Vic-20. It would appear to be. But if we take the top off, and look at, what is this? Some keys not working. This is the keyboard from a Vic-20. It is, and it looks in pretty fine shape, but it may need the keyboard to be cleaned. So be it. I will see about that. Now here, this is the board from a Commodore 64. Nothing in the sockets. Nothing. And it says defective on the bottom. It says dead. And oh, it comes right out. Does it? It comes right out. So there. There's the bottom of the case. That could be handy. But this says it's dead. And I don't know why it says it's dead. And I can't really test why it says it's dead. because there's nothing here. So this will mean some significant stuff where I guess I will have to repopulate and then see what happens. Now here, I've not looked at any of these others. I just looked at that first one. Here's another Commodore Vic-20, and it is in fact screwed together. So I'll move the 64, take out a Phillips screwdriver, and I'll have a look inside. There's a sticker on here that says that this has been reconditioned by somebody, but it's mostly off. I guess that's a thing that I could use. Oh, the goo gone on. Okay, the screws are out. I'll set them aside ever so carefully. The top doesn't look bad. This disk drive is going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And here we have another top to a Vic-20 that looks pretty good. No idea what the condition is of the keyboard itself. I'll set that down carefully. And here we have the Vic-20. Da, 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 da. And on the back, it has a serial number. It also was the time when they didn't have stickers ready for when things were made in Canada. So they stuck things on the bottom. I'm sure if I pull that off, that I'm not going to, there will be something there that says made in USA. So I have no clue what is wrong with this. I suppose if I was so enchanted, but I don't think I am at this moment, that I would stop the 64 from doing what it's doing, plug it in and see. I suppose what I should also do, just for fun, assuming I can, is try to get the cover off the Vic chip. This is not always easy, and you got to be careful, very careful what you pry on, because things can break. I wonder if using this longer screwdriver will help. And I'm prying, oh God, holy mama. I'm prying on the big cover that goes over the cartridge port to try to gain access to this chamber. It is really tight. Sometimes they just almost fall off in your hands, but this, I suspect this has been here for, there we go, very long time. And indeed, there is a big chip in there. But what is working? The board itself doesn't look so terrible. But we'll see. Maybe we'll just set that up there. There we go. We're on the air. Oh. Ugh, getting warm. Ugh. Now, what else is here? Look. Seems it's a Commodore 64. And it too is screwed. There are no notes. There are not. The top is quite kind of yellowed, yellowy brown. The top looks pretty clean. But as I heard from some people, even right out of the factory, some machines, depending on how they mixed up the plastic that day, some tones of it, of the bottom and the top of the cases, didn't match. just because, well, they just didn't match. But this top looks very good. I really don't want to break anything, like the little fingers. Oh, one of them's already broken. Nope, they're okay. There, Commodore 64 keyboard thing. Let's set this over here. I'll have to test it out. And this looks promising. In that, just by looking, see, there's this heat shield on here, or the shielding, and it has all the fingers that touch the chips, which I like. I think most of the chips are in sockets, and that's always handy. Now, if I did not have this thing testing this drive, I might consider the possibility of plugging this in and seeing what happens. But I don't think I will, because this thing is still working away here, and this is just sort of an initial peek at what's what here. So I am going to remove the shield, I think, and the screws that come with it. Well, I can just sit there, and indeed, all the main chips are socketed, and that is a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. But what is wrong with this? Well, I don't know. And I won't know quite yet. I'll put that up here. See? See how nice things stack up. And the last thing of this menagerie is a very yellowed Vic-20 scrambled video. And it is uniformly yellowed. Oh, and there are more screws. And this one, indeed, was made in Canada when they'd actually got the stickers made. They made in Canada. Can you imagine? But what kind is it? What lurks inside? I suspect it's probably similar to the other. It could be. The screw did not come out. It could be a short board, but I don't know. But we'll see what we see when we see it. Okay. Oh. Looky, looky. Oh, oh, oh. Golly, welly, 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 welly. Oh, I think I bent the keyboard connector a little bit. It was difficult. Oh, yeah, I did. I'll bend it back a little bit. That'll all get worked out. Anyway, it is a short board 64. Yes, it is. And, once again, I don't know the cover. It should be right here, or with a Vic chip missing. And you know what? It's distressing, and I don't like about this at all. Every single chip is soldered in. I don't like that. I don't. So, this too would be tempting to go, what is it? I thought it said something somewhere. Did it say something on the keyboard? Garbled video. Well, that generally points to the Vic chip right there. Right there. The 6560. The forerunner to the Vic-2 chip. Anyway, I would like, if this program here this is the modified performance test thing that I did, and it does a little bit more than the original, mostly. It fills the disk. So if I had a guess for this fine machine here, if I had a guess, I would say it's the Vic chip. And that would be a pretty easy fix. I think what I may do, as an example of what I can do, and what might work, and what might be good, is it is now getting towards where we have more sun. I think this case here, and others that are quite yellowed, deserve to go out and sit outside on a table and cook. And see about improving the color. This case is, oh, there's a little bit of a ding here. Nothing terrible. I wish I knew where this was in terms of this, because I would like to plug this in. And maybe it will be finished soon. I just don't know. But anyway, so to summarize in this collection of things, there are two Vic-20's. Oh, it passed with no errors. Do I want to do it again? No! Beautiful. Okay. Stand by. We'll set that there. We'll set that there. Unplug things. Video. Power. Yeah, I did turn that off. Okay. So this 64, look, it has a Bradley's Basic cartridge in it, made by Matthew Desmond, a genius. Gives you Basic 4 and other such magical things. Oh, beautiful. I'll set that over there. Oh, there's too much stuff here. Oh, God. I'll set that there. Move the TV remote. Take. Whoa, what the hell is that? Ah! A wayward screw. Nothing as terrible as a wayward screw. Okay, the power switch is off. I'll put this in. We'll put the video in. And we'll hit the power. Ooh, yeah. This is weird in that not just that it's screwed up video, if you can see over there, but it's not coming up on the other monitor. Now there are things in here that can be adjusted, but that doesn't seem to be making much difference here. And it does have, oh, look at that. It's a little more normal now. It's a CBM Basic version 2, 35, 183 bytes free, but it's squirrely. Now the other thing, of course, we do immediately, after it's been plugged in for not very long, is we put our finger on the chips one at a time and see if anything makes me say, how? And nothing really does. Which does lead me to think that it is possible. Turn on again after it's been off for a while. Oh, now we're getting something up over there. Are we? Are we? Are we? Nope, it went away, but it didn't come back. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Oh, well. Another interesting thing to try is a cartridge. Well, look at that. Omega Race is kind of, sort of, coming alive. Sort of. Not really. A little bit. This does still. Well, it gets me thinking in two directions. Is it the video chip? Could it be a RAM thing? There's lots of RAM problems over the years. Let's see. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, now that's funny. The little monitor. Boom. The little monitor has gone squirrely. And the big monitor is kind of steady. Why do I think that thing's going to come back this way? And hit the mine. I hit the mine. The sound does not sound right. And certainly, I'm not hitting anything. I'm scoring. Oh, and I died. Game over. Well, that's interesting. It's kind of like, well, this would be a neat effect in a movie when everything goes crazy. And you never know if you're going to get the same thing back again. Oh, it's funny. I touched the 65 22 chips. Well, they feel a little bit warm. But, you know, it's been plugged in for a bit. I'm going to touch, oh, look at that. I touched the 6560 chip. And the signal on the big monitor went away. Interesting. I'll turn that off. I'll turn that on. Oh my. So it could be the chip. Could be the thing. Or, oh my. It's possible. It could be. There we go. I mean, the sound does not sound right there. But it could also be RAM, or it could be both. Oh, there's my little chip. Oh. I'm gonna get blowed up here. Blowed up real good. Here we go. Oh, and then the signal goes away. Interesting. All right. Well, interesting. So I will unplug things. I will pull out the cartridge, and I will say, well, interesting. I'll put that down over here. And perhaps now, because I can, and I have a moment. Oh, screws are falling. I'll take this 64. It has issues, supposedly. Turn it on. Aha. So it comes up, and certainly the RAM count is not good. Not good at all. Let's see here. What magical thing do we have in here? There we have the Des-Tesc Max, also something created by Matthew Desmond. Let's see what comes up. I'm suspecting it's going to show RAM troubles of some sort. There's a white mark on one RAM chip here. There is. Don't worry, this is normal. Gray. Desmond RAM, wall of shame. So that is trying to tell me of a specific RAM chip that is bad. But it's not telling me completely. I'm going to turn this off again. I'm going to turn it back on. And see, one of the ways it tells us is, I don't know how he did this, because the border color is supposed to be one color, but he has arranged it that the border color can be different colors. Okay, so definitely it's pointing to a RAM something. But it is sticking there. Interesting. Let's take this out, and we'll put in the 4-in-1 diagnostics. We'll pick dead test number 1. Computer is off. One, two, three, 4. Okay, very good. Now, I'll press the reset switch, flip the switch to the second dead test, let go. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 1, 2, 3. It's fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Well, it's consistent and faster. All right. Let's press the reset switch. We'll go to diagnostics, and I forget which is which. Well, we'll try this. Okay, there. And we'll see what we see, and we'll see what comes up. It's just, oh, okay, U-23. It says bad. Bad. Almost get myself in the eye with that. Yeah, and you know what? Not surprising. That chip here, in here, U-23, is marked with like a white thing of maybe something. Like liquid paper. If you remember what that is. If you took typing, or you typed, oh yeah, and this chip works, you would find, if you made a mistake, there was occasion that you would take out the stuff called liquid paper. Little bottle, little smear. What else? So U-23 bed, and it's marked. So this should be a pretty good and easy, hopefully, fix. It should be. It should be. So I don't think I'm going to leave this stuff running. I do have to go out to what's called wound care to deal with my wound. But as I said, it is quite lovely that all of the main chips are socketed. I like that much better than the Vic-20 that has nothing socketed, but maybe fixable. But certainly it would be one that if I was going to tidy up and sell, I'd be likely to do that because I like machines with sockets. I do. So, oh, You know what? This has done its thing. I can pull this all out. Hello. Hello. Oh, okay. We have another Vic-20. We do. I'll set that up here. Set that on there. Now, this Vic-20 is an earlier one, so it is a two-pronged. This does not mean that you should find a wire without anything in between that has a two-pronged thing and plug it in there, because that would be bad, and these things do exist. Some of the CPAP machines I use have such a plug. How is it? Oh my golly. Cords, endless. How can they get so? Oh, okay. That is the end that goes in to the power. It is. So where's the other end? Well, that's the one that goes in the power. Oh, there's one. Okay, now, I do believe I'm also going to have trouble here because I have this now. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay, I've got this funny power bar, and it has a funny switch. There's one whole side of it that if the main thing isn't turned on, it won't go on. So I've moved the power supply there. I heard something, but I don't see anything. Oh, I heard the disk drive, but nothing comes up. Well, yep. Not surprising. It's looking pretty dead. So I thought somewhere in here, or around here, I might have a Vic-20 like diagnostic-y thing that I don't. But somewhere I do. Right now, just for fun, and because I can, I'm going to put Omega Race in. See if anything happens. I don't suspect it will. Now, let's touch some chips. This has some things that are socketed. Ooh, mama, that's still hard. But mostly not. So it would seem the 6522s are socketed, the big chip is socketed. But nothing else. Interesting. Oh. Oh. That ROM chip might be getting a little warm, unusually quickly. It might. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to turn this off. And just for fun, if I can, this enclosure on the big chip is so tight. There's like no room hardly to get anything down there. But there's a big chip. And this one here. Oh, it's soldered. What am I doing? That will do no good. So, I think that's all I can do right now. I'm going to check the witness mark. I'll reinsert this. I'll check the pins. They all look fine. This will make no difference. it will make no difference at all. But sometimes reseating things can help. But not in this case. So no screen flash. No anything. Interesting. Let me touch the little wee chips. Huh. Now, one thing I could do, because I can and I'm here, there are these little adjustment things in here on the video. One of them's kind of glued shut, but it can still be turned. Oh, there are 3 of them. But it makes no difference. Nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Oh well. So, we'll see. So it looks like an unpopulated 64, a 64 that probably has a bad RAM chip, a Vic-20 that I think the first thing I'll do is go for the Vic chip, and then this one. Well, certainly what I'll do first is deal with everything that's in a socket. Why? Because it's here. Even if it doesn't make any sense that could be causing trouble, I will test those chips in another Vic-20 to see if they're good. Because you never know, you could have multiple failures going on. Nothing like multiple failures. Oh. And I guess I should do some tidying here. But right now, as I look at the clock, I need to, as my grandmother would say, skedaddle. And so I will. So stay tuned as I dig into these wayward Commodore computers. And if you have any comments, any questions, oh, a big thing has happened recently. Remember, I always say I answer everything I see, but if I don't see it, I can't answer it. Because YouTube doesn't tell me. It tells me when I get a comment on something, but it doesn't tell me when I get a comment on my reply. That has changed. Just yesterday, I went to community and such, and it had a different thing. I was like, oh, what's this? So there were some things that I did catch up on that I had not replied to in 3 or 4 months because I didn't see them. As I always say, if I don't reply, I didn't see it. Now, I'm sure there are more things I have to go back and find and reply on that I haven't done yet. So if you replied to something or wrote me to something, replied to my reply or whatever some months ago that I've never seen, your reply should be coming soon. All right, one thing I need to do is stop recording. So I got to turn this monitor off before it decides to turn off on its own. And I got to go. So thanks for coming. We will continue later. Bye for now.